What's up? I'm on less chaos, all that good stuff. My day's going pretty good. Hopefully yours is. You can always leave a comment on that if you wish. For all the world events that have been happening, my feelings go out to a particular group. For the one that persecutes is uneducated for what it is they persecute. Or through that battle, maybe you can remind them when it is the proper time to do such reminding. Through the battle that happens to be going on. Through the one that is uneducated. One that will lose because of the fact they are uneducated. Many proofs can be proven, but falsity it cannot. So through the battle, which one will win and which one will not? As far as such things as this, no documentation for what one particular, that is, doing protest, have proof of anything they claim with this. Do they? The funny thing is, the one they protest against has proof of when they came to where they protest about. Or do you forget? My young friend, who was there first and who was there second? So, through such battle, rooted in truth, who will win this battle? Not even a threat. Or is it that you are still not realizing that you are miseducated? In fact, something interesting, if one of you might watch this. The one you protest for. Do you realize that they would more than likely lay you upon the floor? Would not protect you. And yet you protest for someone that would not protect you. Nor could they. So through a battle that you cannot win, you might just want to pack your things and leave before the hard part begins. So through the battle that you have yet to see, which one will win? One that is falsity or one that is true? Which one will you see? Be the victor. So through this battle, who do you think will be the victor? Not even in such a threat. But of course, for some reason, they seem to forget. I wonder, when will that lesson will they get? So through the battle, a nation that has waged war from almost the beginning of all record. How do you think you can dispute their record? You must consider that. Not every nation, everywhere, has been in war for that long and still be standing there. For the ones getting the run end of such things. Just have courage in the midst of these things. Because through the battle, following for what it is that has been commanded, will get rewarded for what it is that you do that has been commanded. So through the battle that pursues, which side is the one that's picked by you? One rooted in truth, or one that has none behind for what it is they call truth? By the way, I wish to tell you something that you may not know. Do you realize that the records for where these individuals are fighting for goes back to the oldest known civilization? Documentation even then. In fact, I even have literature that shows it. From where that all began. But none for who it is that is being protested for. So, where's your proof? You might need it a little bit more. Oh wait, I forgot. You have none. Through a battle that you cannot win. That is what will be your tragic end. But not even merely a threat. For there's information that can prove that you are not it. You are one that cannot lay stake for that. For there are ones that predate for when you try to take that. Not even a threat. For only truth can be a threat. Something that has been fabricated without documentation of your proof that you fabricated. For the ones you protest for. They have no proof. Not even a threat, because there is no proof. And they will not be the one to conquer. For there was one that's already been declared that would conquer. So through your battle, if it is you're on the wrong side, I pity you if it is you choose the wrong side. Now, enough about that. What amongst other battles is there in the middle of that? Choosing things that are right and true. Is this something that is done by you? Are you among one that is wicked, that will be cut off and seen by ones that are not wicked? Is it for what it is you fight for? Is it truth or is it wicked? Is it something that allows you to be a conqueror? Or do you not have a crown, so you cannot be a conqueror? Is it something, maybe, principalities and powers try to do such things against you for whatever you may do? But the main question, if these things they do, are they willing to show theirself in the light to you? If it is they are not, then they are not the conqueror in this spot. For amongst light they must flee. If it is they cannot be seen with you or me, they are ones amongst for what this battle. They are not ones that can be conquerors. They have already lost the battle. No matter for what they do or say, no matter if it is they choose to play, when it is that they try to act like a mountain, show them for in truth what a true mountain. For no matter if it is they wage war against, just remind them who it is they wage war against. For they cannot be one that is above. For if there was prophecies that you would be risen above, no matter if it is they think they are above or below, for a true mountain, make them see and for you to show. So through the battle that pursues, no matter for what this battle may be for you, no matter if it chooses you or you choose it, make sure that it knows for what it is that is its end. For with unwavering faith and action, there is only one that is required to see as a reaction. No matter for what they may try to claim, principalities and powers, remind them that they have their own dedicated final hour. So through the battle that has or is choosing you, all you must do is follow commands that were given to you, and all that stand before you will be ones that kneel before you. For they will have but no choice. For with unwavering faith, you show you have actions that have a voice, that are more than just words. For it is actions speak louder than words. No matter for what struggle or battle that is in front of you, or one that just has been conquered by you, never forget to keep what is right in view. For no thing can stand before you, blocking you from that view. From what it is that is to be done and accomplished by you. Proof and evidence brought beforehand to you. No matter for what or how. For all things are possible, if only you know how. With your words and actions, these things are true. No matter if principalities or powers try to stop you. When it is they try, prove to them with your actions and your words. Their attempts they will die, no matter for what it is they wish to have or not. You do not even humor them in that spot. No matter if it makes the road more difficult or not. No matter if it is a straight and narrow that starts to zig and zag. Even if it is that your feet start to drag through the battle that you happen to be going through, just remember, you are the only one that can do. No matter for what it is that has set before you, if it is not rooted in truth, it cannot stand before you. So through the battle that you may or may not be in, just remember, sometimes you might even make a nice friend. No matter if it is they think or wish, just remind them of one particular thing. It's very simple, and it's this. With unwavering belief, anything you set yourself out to, you can achieve for what it is you believe. Does it mean that through this battle it will be easy? Never said it would be lemon cheesy. But through the battle, you have to choose. You must be on one side of the fence or the other. You are required to choose. Your dream or aspiration. Do you truthfully wish to accomplish this aspiration? Well, maybe there might be some actions required to achieve this aspiration. And I will also point something out. The more resistance you have against, do you realize how much more that shows that you should fight against? Especially if it is rooted in truth, or it is something that helps another. For only if you are a threat would you be tried to stop by a principality or power. Because if you are not, they would not mess with you, for at that point, you are not. So through your struggle, is it something that is you're getting a lot of struggle? Is it something that you're not? Is it something rooted in truth, or is it not? Is it something that would impact a life in a way that only you could impact that life? Is it something that helps your fellow man? I wonder, has your resistance against began? Or has it not? Or do such things see you as a threat or not? So through this battle, are you a threat? If you are doing something good and there's one that does not wish for such things to be, is there resistance from this that you see? So through your battle, you might wish to pick wisely. Only one side of the fence can you be. So you might want to pick wisely. Many people may see for what happens. Never know, you could have a testimony if you're able to withstand for what happened. Is that not more of a cause to do for what is a good cause? Not for one that happens to be miseducated, not even rooted in truth. No way it could be educated. Even doing things that they will regret to do. So through this battle, what is side that you have choose? Is it one that is for something good? Or is it something that, in truth, cannot be good? For there is no truth in what they claim. Is it something that you have to cross a line that maybe at that point you drew the line to where only if certain things would happen would it be something that might happen? So through the battle, have you drew your line yet? For what morals you will keep? For what side you pick? In truth, are you willing to keep? Or will it be that you are one that is not such as this? That is not precise. Does not protect for what it is that is precious and must be kept in your sight. Is it when it is you finally realize for what it is that you have done, fallen for coy and sly such lies? Will it be as the sorrows deep? When you realize when it is that truth shows itself against for what it is that is false, that disputes all things that can be false. But for the side that is false, it cannot dispute for what is truth, for it is false. So through the battle that happens to be going on in your life, will you continue to do for what is right? Will you try to encourage life? Or with a double-edged knife, will it be that you try to cause strife? To defend for what is precious? Sometimes lines are crossed to defend for what is precious. So, through your battle, for you, what is precious? Is it truth or is it something that is false? Is it something, a good life, or one that truth is false? So what stands in your way? You can only pick one side of the fence, so pick your way. So, through battles, that the one that happens to wage it will lose. For even before they waged it, they did not know that they would lose. So through the battles that you happen to see, how many more different things must you see? So through the battle, what happens if things do not smolder anymore? Or is that something that needs to be open like a door? So, through what it is that you happen to face, what is it that you wish to achieve in this place? Do you do for what is required? No matter if there is danger for what it is you stand for, if it is required. Are you one that will boldly stand? No matter if it is upon the front line that you stand, or one that happens to be a different way for such things. Many among you are warriors yet to be seen. For what is truth and other things? Will you not let your voice be heard? For what is right, not for what is not right. Rooted in truth, of course, that can be proven and is absolute truth for what is being done or what will be. No matter for how it is, you see, is it rooted in truth and good for what it is you see? Or do you miseducated? Or are you miseducated? For what is truth? And do you protest for something that has no proof? That isn't even a threat. Or for someone that, if you were in their presence, they would forget. Not even give protection for what it is you have done. So through this battle that's going on, and these ones that happen to protest, do you have any proof of what it is you try to protest? A nation that has been in war before you even existed. They were in war. Or does it need to be like something that already happened? So that you can remember for what it is that has happened. So through this war, you better pick a side, my friend, and make sure that you are the one that has the right side, my friend. So during your battles and all that, my friend, that you deal with on a daily basis, do you know for what is truth? Or is that even your root or your basis? Could it be that you could not see for what is truth? During and through this battle, what happens if you're required to see for what is truth? No matter for how it is that you happen to see me, or convey for what it is you see, for what it is that you call or see as me. These are things that do not matter, for in truth, these things are useless matters. Proof can be proven, falsity cannot. Does not matter how one is perceived, if they know the truth. Falsity can stand not. So through your battle that happens to pick you, for your dreams or aspirations that have come to you, is it something good? Is it something worth to do? Or is it something that you should not do? Are you engaging in for what it is that should not be engaged in? That for that there is a tragic end, one with a bittersweet reward, one that is not life, but it is death for that reward. So through your battle, pick your side before your chance to has died. No matter if you like it or not. You think it's gonna get more pleasant, or do you think it's not? Especially after for what recently had been seen. Something done for particular things. After that, we're seen. Almost as to mock. You would be wise not to mock. Or amongst battles that had been seen before. Makes me wonder. Would that make something that has been smoldering reawaken? The same as when it first awakened? But through your battle that happens to choose you. Hopefully, the right and correct side is chosen by you. Shown for what it is that is your actions. And for what is beyond for what it is that is your actions. Oh, I'm back from my intermission, all that good stuff. So through your battle, you must have fighting spirit for this battle. No matter for what it may be for you. No matter for your life. The choices that are up to you. Oh, so they finally reset the skill back to the way it's supposed to be. That's nice. Just as I remember it. This skill particularly. Oh, it did it for a second. Like that, right there. That's the way the skill was when I first played the game. Actually. In fact, my very first character I ever made was under this name. Made a few others, and then the one that other people might know, if it is that you've seen that, many years ago, is the reverse of what this is. That was like my fourth or fifth character or something like that. But the original was named this. Yeah, exactly the way it was now. But anyway, onwards. You must have fighting spirit. Or what it is. Whatever that may be. As long as it is truth for what it is you wish to see. But when I say truth, I mean the difference between you know for what is right and wrong, for what is moral and what, no matter if you declare it right or wrong, is still wrong. The animations are a bit fast, but at least they got the actual animation back to the way it used to be. It makes me feel back when I was playing it. Back in like, I can't even remember what year it was anymore. It was like 2008 or so, maybe 7, maybe 6, somewhere in there. Of course, it's 2024 now, but it took them that many years to correct it back. Anyway. So, the battle that you happen to be in for what you wish to do in your life as far as what is wrong and right. Do you pick for what is false, or do you pick for what is right? Or is it that you have been demoralized and you no longer know for what is right? Is it something that, no matter what, because of such things, you will lose the fight because of these such things? For you have forgotten for what should be and what can. For you tremble before the mountain that you happen to stand, not knowing for it has no ability. If it is that you do not give such ability, you are the one that happens to choose. With unwavering faith, you prove upon what it is you choose. Of course, the decision is up to you. So, is it rooted in for what is truth? Is it something that you happen to be persecuted because for what your truth is a threat to one that does not know truth? Is it something that you even have to dispute? Is it something that you do? If it is something that you do, then maybe the side you picked was the wrong one for you. If it is you've seen as a threat, something you should not forget that shows upon the path is right. For anything that is good, it is worth a fight. The one is not rooted in truth. They cannot have a crown, for they have no truth. Nor could they conquer. For the scales are not tipped in their favor to conquer. So, amongst your battle, have you weighed it out correctly? Do you even know the measurements to calculate it properly? Is it something that's worth the fight? Is it something rooted in truth and cannot be disputed because it is right? Is any memory? Sorry, I got a song playing I like. So, your battle, whatever it may be, for whatever it is that is your battle, have you weighed its worth? Through your battle, the end result, is it worth for what effort you must put in? If it's rooted in truth, of course it is amongst its end. If it is not. Then how will it weigh against that is opposite of that? Is there even any weight to that? Is there proof for where the pudding is? Do we even know for what truth is? No matter for what the battle may be. That in your life you happen to see. As it is, it chooses you. Or is it that it was chosen by it? Is it something that will be? For what truth? The end result, you see. That should probably make you ponder for a minute. Do you even know for what truth is? And you can dispute it. Not wise to try to dispute it. Or you know for what is right and wrong. You know for the mountain that stands before you that is wrong. No matter if they try to wage war against. Where does the scale fit when it is they wage against? In their favor or against? Do they even stand a chance against? What with your battle that you are waging against? Choosing for what is right and wrong. Is it maybe your belief is gone? Is it maybe that you do not realize? For you could do anything if it was you were to only realize. No matter for what mountain stands before you, it cannot, for it has already been weighed, and it has been declared it cannot. No matter if it tries or not. With unwavering faith, it cannot. Many people think of that particular word in a particular way. But do you know what it actually is upon this day? Believing something and showing their actions even if you do not see it, until it is time that you fully see it. Regardless if it is that you see to the contrary, continue to act as if you do not see the contrary. And eventually it shows. For it has to. For actions are things that show. Now, there is a difference between belief and faith. Belief is way different. Belief, you do not act. Faith requires actions. Belief does not. You may believe you can do something, but in your battle, through your battle, do you show the faith to know for what is the end in your battle? So through the battle, which of those two apply to you? Do you believe but no actions you do? Or do you have faith that is required to have action? Belief is like words without actions. Do you act expectively? Or is it that you don't get what it is that was just said by me? Expective actions. What's another word for that? So through your battle that has either chosen you or you choose it, is it rooted in truth? Do you know for what is the end of it? How it will play out no matter for what it may be? Is it something rooted in truth and the end result you already see? So through the battle, you may need to take a scale and weigh properly amongst for what it is that you need to put upon that scale. Is it truth, or is it false and it will fail? So through your battle, you choose which way the scale happens to go. By your expective actions or not, you choose where it goes. So through your battle, which way do you wish your situation to go? Then your actions, you should already know. No matter principality or not stands before you, when the scales are weighed in your favor, no one can stand before you, principality or not, for it has been weighed that you are in favor. But only by unwavering faith can it be that you are weighed amongst that way. Otherwise, it cannot be turned in your favor and in that way. Now sure, some among certain circumstances get a little bit more favor amongst certain circumstances. But they also know how it is to use something properly. That few ever learn to use properly. For some things happen that you cannot explain for how it is they happen. Not all bad things are supernatural things that happen. Easily weighed, though. Is it rooted in truth, or is it not? Is it something good for you, or is it not? And through your battle, more than just you weigh if it is or not. If it's something good, if it's something bad. Devastating can be if there is private situations had where no other ear can peer, no other eye can hear. Devastating are these such things. Makes me wonder why among certain stories, a particular one happened to do certain things. In private, could not be heard or seen. No matter if you can or not. Do you rebuke anything that truth is not? So through your battle, do you know for what you should end up at the end of that battle? By for what it is that you expectively act, for what is good and rooted in truth you act. If it is, you do not. What do you expect to accomplish? If it is, you do not. So through your battle, is it truth or is it not? Now, that can be defined in many different ways. I once had someone tell me something that I will tell you. Now, this applies in many different ways, but something that is important that you might wish to think about. People or beings only get away with what you allow them to. Is it something that is within your heart, rooted in truth, for what it is that you wish to do? Aspiration, or whatever it may be. What happens if you do not take no? And expective actions you continue to show. compared to you choosing to accept for what it is that you are not willing to put in a battle to get. Hmm? No battles are won by giving in. They are only won by having resolve until the end. No matter for what sets itself against you, if you refuse and continue to do so, and you will not take for what it is that these ones happen to have said no, and you do not stop with the expected actions, what will be the result of your actions? There is only one result that can happen. There is no other option. For you have proven that it is destined and it has to happen. No mountain can stand before you. If you climb over every mountain that stands before you, or tell it must go amongst the sea, there's only one place with expected actions. That mountain you will see. What? Well, that looks like all the time that is allotted for me.